The Cooler Master Masterframe 600 tries very hard to give enthusiasts exactly what they want. More space. That means more space for fans. 10 in total. This goes down a little depending on the size. Because aside from the usual 120mm case fans, this beast has mounts for up to 200mm fans in some spots. The included fans are already very generous. 3 140mm fans in front and 1 120mm fan in the rear. Space for really big GPUs. Even monster GPUs will fit in this very roomy case just fine. For example, the definitely not slim ROG Astral is around 358mm in length. Cooler Master says the Masterframe 600 can fit GPUs up to an astounding 485mm in length. Basically, the GPU that cannot fit in this case has not been invented yet. The case comes with a very solid-looking GPU support bracket to hold these long, heavy, hefty GPUs in place. Space for really big AIOs up to 420mm RADs. To be honest, I don't think I've even seen a 40mm RAD AIO in person. Space for any air cooler, PSU, MOBO you can think of. It will even fit E80X and XL80X motherboards. To be honest again, I did not even know XL80X was a thing. More space means everything is easier to install and cable management is easier also. More space means you have the room to be creative, and this is at the heart of the case's argument for modularity. Basically, think of each component as a discrete square, and those squares go to predetermined spots in a standard case. In the Masterframe 600, those squares can go anywhere. PSU at the bottom, boring. Let's have it at the top or to the side. GPU horizontal in the center, so common, again boring. Let's have it hanging from the top of the case, supported by the included GPU bracket. Or how about the GPU standing facing the front of the case? Or how about having your PC case on the left side and having the window on the right side? To be honest, we don't have a lot of B-roll of these options because there were just so many. I was worried my techs would strike if I forced them to go through all of the possible permutations. There's an intriguing and sometimes intimidating rail system in the back which helps with all of this modularity. And it provides a nice scaffolding for cable management. Build quality is as expected top-notch, with the case mostly made out of aluminum, which is fitted well together. Then there are bits of steel scattered here and there, mostly for the magnets to latch onto. Yes, the panels here are magnetic, and I'm a big fan of this. No more screws, quicker access, and the snap of the side panel when it clings to the case is satisfying. Also, the front and top panels can be swapped out, with Cooler Master promising there will be a wide variety of materials, ranging from different kinds of wood to even one with a stone veneer. And so all of these things are good, right? Yes, but you've probably been sensing that alongside this big case is a big but. Or several big buts. Just on a practical level, the case is quite heavy and takes up a lot of space. You'll need ample desktop space or floor space for this one. That kind of speaks for itself. Buy a big boy, be prepared to make room for the big boy. Another big but is the complexity of the modularity. And again, this was easy to expect. Being able to hang a GPU from the top of the case sounds cool, but getting there can take many twists and turns. There are instructions, but even for experienced builders, customizing the Masterframe 600 might be a daunting exercise. Now, you might be the type to get excited over that, to pore over just how to get your components in exactly the configuration you want. But most builders, to be honest, won't be that creative or feel compelled to invest too much time on it. In short, the modularity is only as useful and as striking as you make it out to be. And I'm worried that most builders, myself included, would not be up to the challenge. Also, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Placing parts wherever willy-nilly will lead to less than optimal airflow. There's a reason configurations are mostly standard, and one of them is that these configurations are the best way to keep air moving inside a case. Your really unique looking build in the Masterframe 600 might come with a thermal hit. Lastly, the case is not cheap. Roughly around 14,000 pesos currently. A 3060 12GB is around 15,800. Just to give you an idea of what you could be spending your money on instead. Last na lang on the cons, and this is purely subjective, the front with all its honeycomb hexes looks a bit boring to me. To be fair, this is the same design style Cooler Master has been rocking for years, and maybe that's why I find it underwhelming. Although, that might be on purpose. It's like, don't look at the front, look in the side, where all the components have been moved around. Ultimately, the criticisms of the case are a necessary consequence of what it wants to do. Large space inside, of course the case will be heavy and bulky. Highly configurable innards, of course assembly could get complicated. So, I can't really fault Cooler Master for its ambition. Heck, we use the Master Frame 700, so we like using bonkers cases. The Master Frame 600 is squarely aimed at enthusiasts, but even enthusiasts might be overwhelmed. I certainly was. Hopefully, the innovations of the 600 will trickle down to more mainstream cases from Cooler Master so that more people can appreciate having more control over what your PC looks like. And it's hard to overstate the importance of having these top-tier cases with a very limited market because they do end up trickling down, not just in computer parts, but also in other things we use as well. If I remember correctly, the first side mirrors on cars came from F1 cars, from racing cars. Now everybody has them, and they're super important. Hopefully, yun ang mangyayari with the innovations that CM has in the Master Frame 600. Thanks for watching.